say quarterbacks should be demanding that. As much money as the good quarterbacks get, Matt Ryan, I'm sorry, this might piss off all of Atlanta. He don't deserve that money. You could have gave some of that bread to Julio Jones. I don't blame Julio for holding out. If you go watch that meme after they lost the Super Bowl, it's a kid in the room pissed off, yelling at everybody. it's literally, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find that video. Oh man, it's hilarious. He literally said, "This dude leg play for the Patriots." It was when, oh man, when they gave him that huge catch in the fourth quarter. He literally yelled at. I think I
seen that one.
He's like, I can't say. I'm not gonna say the N word, but he said, "This dude leg play for the Patriots. This leg for the Patriots." And then I think he swung on Matt Ryan. He's like, it was hilarious.
All right.
Oh man.
Next topic. So the U.S. Customs seized 108 fake Super Bowl rings being shipped from Hong Kong at, I believe it was at the border somewhere. But yeah, so basically there were 108 replicas, false rings that were exactly the same as Philadelphia's rings. So do you got a take or a tangent on that?
I was gonna make a Philly joke, but
hey, Philly loves us, man. Shout out to Philly.
Yeah, shout out to Philly. Send me a cheesesteak, but from Harold's. I heard that's the best one. I don't know. But anyway.
Shout out to Cassidy.
Yeah. Shout out to anybody but Rocky, because Rocky's not real. Shout out to Creed 2. That's going to be a great movie. And shout out to Ryan Coogler, Tom Bennis. But I totally forgot what you just said.
The 108 rings that were seized, fake rings. Fake Super Bowl rings.
Oh, yeah. That just reminds me of that Quavo line. I think Quavo said it in Walk It Like I Talk It. Or was it? I think it was Quavo who said it.
Man, all I got to say is those fake rings, they better find their way into
an African country or something like that?
No, I was going to say.
Oh, thank God.
I wonder if those rings are going to go to all those people who ate dog shit when they won the Super Bowl. Like, who's out here paying for fake rings? Like,
Scammers.
Who's really so desperate to be like, man, I really want to be a part of the Eagles. Let me go and cop this fake ring.
Fake, all the fat white dudes who own like really productive and like financially dope fantasy football leagues.
I'm going to be mad if the Philadelphia Eagles go back and buy those 108 rings from wherever they're at. They should. And then bring them back on like a fan night. Oh, replica ring, blah, blah, blah.
Give it a ring. What if it's
first 100 people in the building get a replica ring?
What if it's a deep dive? What if it's like a double cross? What if they actually put the rings out there only to buy them back?
But yeah, man, Philly's so desperate for a ring, they're over here making their own.
Nah, they won one.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you're out here trying to get more.
Unlike the Cowboys in recent years. Shout out to the Cowboys. I had to do it. You know I had to do it. Don't be mad.
All right, next one. One of your favorite people to talk about on this show, any chance you get.
Terrell Owens?
DeAndre Hopkins basically said
Clemson.
Basically said that CBD, the non-psychedelic part of cannabis, weed, marijuana, oil. Whatever you want to call it.
Cannabinoid oil.
Yeah. Basically, he said he thinks it would help with NFL players and that the NFL should consider it. Do you have a take or a tangent?
I think hemp oil and anything related to hemp products should be legal. If you saw that movie Citizen Kane and know anything about the real story behind that, then you'll know that, yeah, pretty much hemp, aka marijuana, which was a fake made-up Mexican name because they were just using that to say that Mexican men and black men wanted to rape white women. That's where the name marijuana came from. It's not a real thing. It's like it's like 85% of Taco Bell's menu. It's not real Mexican food. It's not even real Mexican anything. So when it comes to that, yeah, cannabinoid oil, all that stuff, it should be legal because it's natural. And like there are people who have like debilitating nerve and mental, just all types of physical ailments that they need the cannabinoid oil, and it doesn't get you high, just that strand, to literally go to sleep at night or to stop vomiting blood. Like, so the fact that it's the pharmaceutical industry and the NFL all kind of tied up and together, it's all a scam, man. Everything that's healthy for you is illegal. Everything that's illegal for you is good. That's why everything probably is going to give you cancer, because Monsanto owns like 90% of all the seeds of all the food we eat.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna need you to stop watching so many Netflix series and YouTube videos.
It's not Netflix. It's
anyways,
actual studies done.
What I want to say
farmers don't own their seeds.
Anyways, what I want to say is, I think you hit some good points, especially the biggest thing with weed, and I think Dave Chappelle said this. The main side effects are sleepy, hungry, and I can't think of the last one. But those are a lot shorter than any of the other prescriptions that the NFL is pumping out and has been pumping out for a long time. So let's not pretend that the NFL has its players' interests at heart. Because back to my original point, NFL has always been very reactional. And they were very reactional when they were giving people all types of opioids. Just so that they could play. And now we have all this science and studies that point out that we could help with a lot of the issues that not just serious terminally ill people are dealing with, but regular individuals. You don't think that someone who plays football and is going through small car accidents every single play, you don't think they could benefit from that? On top of the fact that we already know 70%, I think, was Mike Freeman's number that he got based on his reporting. 70% of the league is smoking marijuana. So if they want to use the less potent, the less strong chemical or whatever natural supplement part of the weed, then it might actually be a chance for the NFL to prove that they actually care about their players and their players' safety, because the players are already showing they want it. They're already doing it. The science is there. Only thing that's not is the policy. And so hopefully more people like Hopkins are willing to say it's not going to be the end of the world and the NFL needs to loosen up, because all these retired people are saying it and it's falling on deaf ears.
Yep.
Next one I want to talk about, and this one might actually be better for touchdown or turnover. Let's go ahead and do that. So basically, I'm going to give a storyline, much like I just did, but instead of giving some sort of rant or hot take, you could just basically say if it's good or bad. If it's good, it's a touchdown. If it's bad, it's a turnover. All right. So basically, Calvin Johnson was asked earlier this week if he's going to be making a comeback. And well, basically what he said was he doesn't want to come back. So is that a touchdown or a turnover?
That's a touchdown because it's two huge middle fingers up to the city of Detroit, because you never actually did right by your stars. You didn't do right by Barry Sanders. You didn't do right by Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, but is that for Detroit or the Lions organization? Can we separate
the Lions organization. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I think he really wanted to be a Raider, so it's kind of like Al Davis ruined it. Yeah, Al Davis didn't want Lane Kiffin to take Calvin Johnson, so arguably Lane Kiffin kind of got screwed.
And I'm gonna say this is a turnover, but not on Calvin's part. It's a turnover on TMZ's because it's like, man, leave this man alone. Clearly, he doesn't want to be bothered and talked about football and coming back anymore. He's already been, 2 years out of the league, 3 years out of the league? Let this man get his gold jacket and let him preserve his body and do whatever ventures he's doing, whether it's coaching or I'm not sure. I'm not in Detroit. I don't know what Calvin Johnson is doing. But I'm sure he's helping out people because I know he was helping out the Raiders last year. So,
yeah, would have been nice if he could have been a Raider. But Detroit's not playing.
Well, the Raiders didn't do their part in that, taking Jamarcus Russell over him. But, hey, we don't like to talk about that.
That was Al Davis's fault. God bless the dead.
Shout out to him. It was his birthday yesterday. R.I.P.
Can it be your birthday even after you die? I feel like you kind of lose that.
I guess.
Like, it's not your birthday anymore. You're not alive. I never understood that for anybody.
Yep. So, the NFL has 4 of their 17 refs gone from last year, either retiring or no longer around. So, the NFL is going to be bringing on 4 new refs. Is that a touchdown or a turnover?
It's a turnover, but it's also a flag on the play. So, we're going to have to redo the down, offsetting penalties. But 15
and then I'm gonna have another ref.
I'm
gonna have another ref come in on TV and break down the call that you just made.
We got to do the instant replay.
Refs are getting commercialized now. Like, let's just talk about it.
They're getting the bag
because we were talking about this before, right? When they made the whole refs full time, and we were like, is this gonna be good or bad? Because now their jobs are really gonna depend on kind of the calls they make. Is that kind of a conflict of interest? Is it not? Is it less of a conflict that they are full time? Like. And so,
Hockey League going to start his own supplement.
Let's just, yeah, exactly. Let's just talk about it. Like, refs have definitely been commercialized, and so I'm going to say it's a turnover because guess what? I don't want my son or even my daughter to come out and be like, yo, I'm trying to be a professional referee. I'm sorry. I'm sure they get paid well. I'm sure they have a nice quality of living, but if you're like 12 years old and are like, hey, I want to be a professional referee when I grow up, like, you're just accepting a participation trophy like throughout
that you don't
the rest
even
of your
deserve.
Life. Yeah.
It's like the only thing worse is actually no. I would rather be forced to clean all the poles in a dirty ass strip club than to be an NFL referee. Because at least I have more access to money and women.
Wow.
In a strip club.
Wow.
NFL ref? No. Most of these cats. Have you remember a high school football game? You see those old nasty ass refs with those old crusty ass bodies?
Yeah.
I know you just jerked back violently. You just had a flashback. Yeah. Ed Hockey's definitely probably on steroids. Like, come on, man. Nobody wants to. No one. The referees ain't even getting in the club. They can't even get in the club med. All
right, man. Next one. Vince McMahon, WWE, whatever he is, CEO, I guess.
Chairman. The board.
Said he's putting $500 million in financing into the XFL, which is basically an old alternative league to the NFL from the early 2000s that he's bringing back.
To make America a great league.
Is this a touchdown or a turnover?
Well, it depends on who you ask. It's probably a turnover for the roster because the last time he took that money right out of the wrestlers' pockets, and I'm pretty sure some of those wrestlers would want to see some of that $500 million that they probably aren't going to see. And WWE routinely does guys dirty.
Yeah,
they're independent contractors, and they don't even pay their insurance, or at least so hey.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
They got to pay their own way too.
I think I agree with you. It's probably a touchdown for those 54 through 97 NFL players who aren't going to make a weekly roster in the NFL. They might actually make one in the XFL.
Minimum is $75,000, right? That's the baseline.
Yeah, something like that.
That's pretty good.
And for all you football fans out there in smaller markets or for whatever reason you can't fuel your football addiction, well, it's probably a touchdown for you because you're going to watch our crazy, violent game that makes no sense more time a week.
A blood sport with overtly conservative and probably racist undertones and overtones.
But yeah, it's a turnover because we don't know where this money's coming from. McMahon's wife is a member of Trump's cabinet. So depending on where you align with that
whole family
might be a good or bad.
The whole family been away for
Mostly
years.
Mm-hmm. And the last one I wanted to bring up, with LeBron leaving Cleveland, I read a column somewhere, I think it was on Bleacher Report, that it is now Myles Garrett's town. Is that a touchdown or a tangent?
I almost threw up on this mic. And in my
Is that better than Baker Mayfield's town, though? Like, come on.
It's Tyrod Taylor's town. It's Josh Gordon's town.
It's Hugh Jackson's town.
Not even I believe that. It's John Dorsey's town. You know whose town it is? It's Jabril Pepper's town.
Come on.
It's Justin Gilbert's time.
You got to keep his starting spot first.